I'm currently trying to get as shredded as possible, so today I'm going to be showing you my full grocery trip to do that. So, as we all know, getting ripped and building muscle is not only down to your consistent training in the gym, but also your diet. In this video, I'll be showing you exactly what I'm eating to get absolutely shredded. And I'll also be explaining throughout this video why I'll be eating these foods, and also what benefits each one actually gives you. This entire shopping trip will only cost around £37 for a week's worth of food as well. So it's super cheap for people like myself who are wanting to get shredded on a budget. Also, I am going to be going to Aldi to do this, and I'm going to be getting a total of 12 different items throughout the video. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so we have just arrived at Aldi, and the first item that we're going to be getting are bananas. So we'll get the big ones actually. Now, although these aren't the most important food on this list when it comes to building muscle, they are still extremely important for when it comes to keeping your energy levels high when dieting. I personally eat these for a number of reasons, but the main ones are because they are rich in healthy nutrients, are very low in fat, and are also super cheap, coming in at just £1.49 for one bunch. Get these straight in the basket, start off this shopping trip. Oh, let's go. Okay, so item number 2 now, and we have apples. So again, apples are an extremely cheap food to be buying when trying to get shredded. And honestly, for the same reason as the bananas, they are just super good for keeping energy. This is because they're extremely rich in healthy vitamins and also fibre. Each bag will also only cost around £2.09, which is brilliant for when you're on a budget. Again, get these straight in the basket, and let's keep moving along. Okay, so item number 3 now, and we have 2 kilos of chicken breast. So this is probably the most important item on this list, and is honestly essential for not only building muscle, but also losing fat. Each chicken breast contains 34 grams of protein, which is so good taking into consideration how low calories it has. I personally try to eat this after a workout to help with optimal muscle growth, but yeah, either way, it's just a super important food to be buying. It is, however, one of the more expensive items, and will cost around £12 for 2 kilograms. Normally get around 7 or 8 in here, so again, really good, and actually one of the most important things on this list, as it's super high in protein and optimal for gains. Okay, so item number 4 now, and again, a super high protein source, and it is 5% fat mince beef. So again, like the chicken, this is a low fat, high protein food which is essential for getting shredded. Although it is again more expensive and will cost around £7.15, it's honestly so good for you, and you can have this in meals like rice and bolognese. If you aren't a fan of the taste, some alternatives that provide similar benefits are also tuna or salmon. But yeah, as good for you as fish is, I'm personally not a fan, so I prefer to have mince beef. Get these straight in the basket. Okay, so item number 5 now. Actually an extremely underrated item, and it's beans. Now, although the taste isn't particularly amazing, beans are honestly so good for when it comes to making a quick high protein meal in under 5 minutes. I usually have these with eggs, as the taste does go quite well with them. But yeah, again, another really cheap high protein food, which will only cost you 91p per tin. Get these straight in the trolley, and actually right next to it is chopped tomatoes, which I'll get 2 tins of, and let's get them straight in the basket. So the reason I get these are to go with my minced beef when I cook it. So yeah, that's the only reason I really use them, but they do provide some essential healthy vitamins and minerals. So again, a really good cheap food to be buying, coming in at only 68p per tin. Okay, so item number 7, and it's a brilliant breakfast item we've got here. Weetabix. Okay, so just a quick one. Before I explain why I get item 7, item number 8 is actually milk. And unfortunately, my camera did actually cut out when I was getting this. The main reason why I buy it is to go with my breakfast. So yeah, talking of breakfast, the next item is actually Weetabix. And the reason I get these is just because they're really good for keeping your energy high in the morning. They're also, again, super cheap, only costing around £2.05 for 36. They are very high in fibre and protein as well, so yeah, back to the video. Again, get these straight in the basket, and let's keep moving down. Okay, so next up, we've got some tortilla wraps. So again, these aren't one of the most important foods in this video, but the main reason I get them is to make things like chicken wraps. This is because they're super easy to prep and will literally take less than 1 minute to make. They also do provide a small amount of carbohydrates to help with energy and manage your hunger throughout the day, and for a packet it will only cost around 99p, which is really cheap. So great, taking into consideration the prices of things nowadays. So let's get them in the trolley and let's keep moving. Okay, so item number 10 now, and we do have rice. Now, rice is again probably one of the most important foods that you need to be buying, and this is because it not only provides you with essential nutrients throughout the day, but is also packed with loads of healthy vitamins and minerals. It's also super cheap and is a great food to be eating when you're trying to get shredded on a budget. I'm just going to get a few of these ones as it's a lot easier to cook, but if you're on a serious budget, I would suggest getting this, as you can get 8 servings for the same as 2 of them for the same price. So, in my opinion, this is actually better, but again, it's just easier for me to get that. So next up, we have broccoli, and I'm going to get 3 of these. So this is again extremely cheap and will only cost around 79 pence for 1 broccoli. It will again not only provide essential vitamins and minerals, but will massively help with muscle recovery as well. I personally have this with meals like chicken and rice or minced beef and rice. So yeah, super good when you're trying to look absolutely ripped. Get them straight in the basket. And then we've got one more item to go. Okay, so finally now, item 12, and we've got eggs. So like I said, this is the final item on this list now, and eggs are again probably one of the best foods when it comes to building muscle and losing fat. This is because they are low in calories and packed with essential nutrients like protein, and like I said earlier, I'll mostly have these with a tin of beans, but you can also eat them on their own. So yeah, a super good item to be buying, and will only cost around £2.50 for 12. I'm gonna get 12 of these, so again, get them in the trolley, and it's time to pay. So this entire shopping trip came up to a total of £37.60 for a total of 7 days worth of food, which in my opinion is really good for when you're trying to get shredded on a budget. A few other foods that I separately bought as well were things like olive oil, salt and pepper. This is because they just make it easier to cook the food and also make it taste nicer, but to be honest they aren't essential. However, if you do have an extra bit of spare money, I'd definitely recommend buying them. Okay, so now I've shown you my entire shopping trip to get shredded on a budget. I'm just going to quickly show you some meals that you could eat with these foods, and also how many calories and how much protein's in them. So the first one is personally one of my favourites, and it's minced beef, tomatoes, rice and broccoli. I just think all of these foods go perfectly together, and it not only contains 700 calories, but also a massive 80 grams of protein as well. Next up, we've got a very similar meal, and it's just chicken, rice and broccoli. Again, in my opinion, this is a super good combination when it comes to flavour, but yeah, it will also contain 412 calories and 51 grams of protein in one portion, so really good again. So the next meal is just a chicken wrap, and although this doesn't taste the nicest and is quite plain, it is very healthy and super easy to put together if you're short on time. It will literally take less than 1 minute to make, and also contains 282 calories with 37 grams of protein. Okay, so the final meal now, and it's a bit of a controversial one, but it's honestly one of my favourite meals: beans and eggs. Now, although some of you are probably thinking this combination just doesn't work, it's honestly such a good meal for both building muscle and losing fat. Each portion containing 3 eggs has roughly 546 calories and 38 grams of protein. So yeah, in my opinion, it's a super good meal. Anyway people, that is now the end of the video, and I hope this grocery trip did help. To say it only costed about £37 for a week's worth of food as well, I'd say it was pretty decent in my opinion. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.